Hey shippers, I just watched Andi Mack season 3, episode 11, one in the Minyan. I think that's how it's pronounced. I know y'all hear me sniffling, and I was crying throughout most of this entire episode. The entire episode. Cyrus came out to Jonah, and he did it in the most casual way. I think it's uploaded on YouTube now, but Jonah was like, okay, so the way it happened was he couldn't figure out what food he wanted, and Cyrus was like naming the foods he was pointing it out. He was like, "Oh, and by the way, I'm gay," and he didn't hint at it. He didn't suggest it. He said the actual word. He said, "I'm gay," and I was so scared. I was so scared, you guys. I was so scared. The fear that went through my body when he said that, I know it's Disney, and I know Disney is not gonna have Jonah reject him or anything, but in that brief moment, I was so scared. I was so scared that he was gonna hate us. I really was. Because if anybody had been in a position like that, the fear that you feel, like the rejection that you think that's gonna happen, is so overwhelming. I almost I just felt my anxiety just go through the roof watching that. It was it just shook me to my core. It shook me. It was scary. It was really scary. And I was scared. I was so scared for him. And I know it's Disney, and I know Disney wouldn't do something like that, but I was so scared for him. I really was. Um Jonah and Cyrus just had a bunch of moments this entire episode. I love how happy and smiley Jonah was, even if it was like a funeral thing. At first I was like, why is Jonah so happy? This is supposed to be a funeral, but he was so happy to do something with Cyrus. And when they were holding the book and they were saying the prayers, and I forgot the name of the language, but he was saying the prayers and everything, and just to be a part of it with Cyrus, even though he was stumbling on the words, he couldn't keep the smile off his face, and so was Cyrus was smiling as well, and they were looking at each other. It was a really um, intense moment, and then it was another intense moment when I cried again when Cyrus was trying to find Jonah so he could confess to him and tell him that he was gay, and he saw his best friend in the room and he was having a panic attack. And Jonah said he wished that Cyrus was always there with him when he had these attacks. He said, I never thought that I needed a friend like you in my life. And that really touched me because it was just when you meet someone and it's just so it feels so good to have someone who genuinely cares about you the way that Cyrus cares about Jonah. It was a very good friendship moment, and I really loved it. um can we talk about Aunt Rose? I think that's her name, Aunt Rose, Rosie. She was hilarious. I was dying when she when and when Andy said she was Cyrus's friend, and then the Aunt Rose was like girlfriend, and then Andy was like, no, just friend. He was like, dang, when that boy gonna get a girlfriend? She was funny the entire time when she called Bowie's Kugel a disgrace. She was hilarious. She had me dying. And then you end up finding out that Bo didn't even make the Kugel. He bought it. Uh, it was funny. It was really funny. I really loved those moments between just just that old lady in general. She was amazing. She stole the show away. um the whole episode, what is it? Buffy and Andi, and Buffy keeps hiding her text messages, and at this point she says she misses him as a friend, and I was just like, if it was just a friend, if y'all was just missing each other as friends, I don't understand why she felt the need to be sneaky about it. Maybe because she felt like her friends were going to overreact. But at the same time, I don't know if Marty broke up with his girlfriend or not, or what's going on. But if she didn't officially break up with Walker, then she's still dating Walker, and I just don't appreciate that whole thing. Something needs to be discussed. Something needs to be talked out. Because at this point, like I said in the last video, you're cheating. Point blank, period. Like you're cheating at this point. And if I didn't see it happen, or it's not talked about that you officially broke up with Walker, then you're still dating Walker. And she did Walker mad dirty, and that's just another thing that I'm not even going to get into. But that whole situation, the way she got with Marty was real messy. It was just messy. It sound messy because I feel bad for Walker. I really do. I feel genuinely bad for him. What else happened? Yeah, we talked about was it Bex's wedding, and Cece wanted orchids. Andi wanted to make a centerpiece out of like disses and things, be retro. And, Cece thought it was tacky, but Bex was going to absolutely love it because, of course that's her daughter. She's going to think everything that Andi does is amazing. And, the hug that they both shared when Cyrus like told her, yeah, y'all may be fighting and going through this, but at least she's still alive. When he said that, the look on Andi's face changed completely, and she was like, "You're right." And the hug she gave Cece was amazing. And can we just talk about Bubba? What's the name, Bubby? It just reminds me of South Park when, you know, Kyle's mom, because Kyle is the Jewish one on the show, his mother calls him Bubby, calls him Bubba. So it was just really funny just watching that whole little Jewish thing, and he called his aunt Bubba. Was it Bubby? It was just Bubba. It was just really funny because it just reminded me of South Park when the mom calls Kyle Bubba. It was just really funny. I just really loved that moment because Kyle was another great Jewish character that I love on South Park. TJ came at the end, and I cried again. I was just crying a lot in this episode. It was really mourning, but it was just tears of joy. TJ came again, and the look on Cyrus's face when TJ walked in the door, and he was like, "Of course I came." When I tell you that Tyrus is just so amazing, like, it's just so amazing. Like, he came right at the end, and he was like, and he brought something. He bought like bread or something. He was like, "Of course I came." It was so adorable. Like, he is really making an effort to be there for Cyrus. Like, that boy is so smitten by him. Like, he showed up last minute. Like, that person who showed up late to the party, and he just showed up real late after all this emotional drama was coming on, and he just, and he brought a gift. He was like, "Yeah, of course I came." I love it. I love Tyrus so much, but Jairus I lived for in this episode. I was crying my ass off, and when y'all see the episode, y'all gonna cry too. It's on YouTube. For those of y'all who can't access it early or can't do it, the whole episode is on YouTube. The coming out scene is on YouTube. And y'all can understand what I'm talking about. Like, I don't even think I need to break down this episode or go into detail why that coming out scene touched me so much. I think I said what I needed to say. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still sniffling. I think I said all I needed to say, and that's it. That's it. Um, yeah, like that's it. I mean, the scene speaks for itself. Y'all cry when y'all see it. It was just amazing. I was really scared, y'all. Like I love y'all. Okay, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. It's your girl Naya here, in peace.